All right, here's the study guide for quiz 13, which is going to be tomorrow. Number 1 on the short answer, ABCD is a parallelogram if the measure of CDA is 58. So CDA is down here, it's 58 degrees. 58 degrees. Then the measure of DAB. The measure of DAB, which is right here, is what you're looking for. Said earlier that consecutive angles in a parallelogram are supplementary. So this angle A plus 58 degrees is equal to 180. So if you subtract 58 from each side, then angle A is equal to 122. Number 2, find the sum of the measures of the angles of the figure. The sum of the angles is n minus 2 times 180, with n being the number of sides. So if you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, then the sum is going to be equal to...
Teachers, mental health that should be going on at this time. If you have any questions, please look at your email from Ms. Williams this morning.
6 minus 2 times 180, that's 4 times 180. That's the formula. It's n minus 2 times 180, so 6 minus 2 times 180 is 720. That's your sum of the angles. The values of the variable, find the values of the variable in a parallelogram. The diagram is not to scale. Okay, all of these alternate interior angles are congruent to each other, and these opposite angles are also congruent to each other. So this 24 right here is the same as this x. So your x is equal to 24. And your z is congruent to this 98 because opposite angles are congruent. So z equals 98. Yeah, they're the same as each other. Now, what you've got in this top triangle is you've got you got 2 of the 3 angles in a triangle. So these 3 angles have to sum 180. So your y is equal to 180 minus 24 minus the 98. And that's 58 degrees. All right, then number 4. Find the value of x. Okay, you've got a shape here that's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. So all of the angles in this shape are equal to 5 minus 2 times 180. And that's 3 times 180, which is 540. So you're going to write an equation where you set the sum of these angles equal to 540. So I'm going to combine the x's first. I got a 3x and this 1x, so I got 4x. And then I got a 10 plus 148 plus a 90 plus a 112, and that's 360. So you subtract 360 from each side. And your 4x equals 180. And divide by 4. 45 degrees. All right, so there's your value of x. In the parallelogram, the measure of QRP equals 31. So QRP, this is right here, 31. PRS is 58. So PRS is 58. Find a measure of PQR. Find the measure of PQR. So you need this angle right here, this whole angle up top. So PQR, this red angle up top, plus this red angle equal 180. All right, and this angle down here is equal to 58 plus 31, which is 89. So PQR plus 89 equals 180. So if you subtract 89 from each side, then PQR is equal to 91 degrees. All right, number 6. A non-regular hexagon has 5 exterior measures. What is the measure of the interior angle adjacent to the 6th exterior angle? So if you take a non-regular hexagon, it would look like this. It's got 6 exterior angles, but you're only given 5 of them. So you have to find the measure of the 6th one. We're going to say that this is the 6th one. Right here. That's an exterior angle. So to find the measure of that exterior angle, we got to take 360. And you got to subtract all of these other angles. All right, so it's going to be minus 51, minus the 59, minus the 62, minus the 53, and minus the 56. $79 degrees. This exterior angle, the 6th exterior angle, is 79 degrees. What is the measure of the interior angle next to it? So you need this angle in here. So that's going to be equal to 180 minus 79. 101. Number 7. KLO equals 47. KLO 47 right here. And MLO is 68. MLO is 68 degrees. Find a measure of KJM, and here's KJM. So in a parallelogram, opposite angles are congruent to each other. So this whole angle down here on the bottom is equal to the 68 plus 47, which is 115. So this angle up top is 115. Number 8, the sum of the measures of two exterior angles of a triangle is 274. What is the measure of the third exterior angle? Well, all three of them sum 360. So you take 360, you subtract 274. $86 degrees. All right, in number 9, you need to find x and y. And first thing we're going to do is find y. So y is going to be equal to 180 minus 130. Because those two are a linear pair. So y equals 50. So this angle down here is 50 degrees. And then the four angles inside of a quadrilateral sum 360. So x is going to be equal to 360 minus the 111 minus the 66 minus the 50. Which is 133. Number 10, ABCD is a parallelogram. If the measure of BCD is 121, well, here's BCD. Is 121. Then DAB, opposite angles are equal to each other, so it's 121. Number 11 asks for the sum of the angles of a 33gon. So we're going to take 33 minus 2 and multiply it by 180. 5580. All right, number 12 is fairly complicated. DH is x plus 1. HF is 2y. G to H, 4x minus 3. H to E is 2y plus 5. All right, this piece is equal to this piece. And this piece, G to H, is equal to H to E. The problem is they're all in two different variables. So what you do first is you solve for one of the variables. So I'm going to take this x plus 1 and make it equal to 2y. And I'm going to subtract 1 from each side. And I'm going to get x equals 2y minus 1. Then I got to go to this other equation, this 4x minus 3 that's equal to 2y plus 5. So if 4x minus 3 equals 2y plus 5, and I know what x equals, I substitute it right here. So I get 4 times 2y minus 1. Just write it down right now and we'll come back to it because I'm trying to record this. Minus 3 is equal to 2y plus 5. That's a 3 right there. You got to do the distributive property right here. So 8y minus 4 minus 3 equals 2y plus 5. So 8y minus 7 equals 2y plus 5. If you add 7 to each side and subtract 2y from each side, you get 6y equals 12, and you divide both sides by 6. And y equals 2. Now, if y is equal to 2, then you go back to this original equation right here. And you take x plus 1, and you make it equal to 2 times 2. So now you can subtract 1 from each side. And your x equals 3. Well, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. This part was when we solved for x. We're just using this portion because that was the original x plus 1 equals 2y. When you take your quiz tomorrow, just save that problem for last. All right. All right, number 13, the sum of the angle measures of a polygon with S sides is 2520. Find S. But we're going to use that formula. We're going to use the n minus 2 times 180 equals the sum, but we're going to say that 2520 is equal to the number of sides minus 2 times 180. So if you divide both sides by 180, then your 2520 divided by 180 is equal to 14. So 14 equals S minus 2. And you add 2. Jeez. So 16 is equal to S. That's your number of sides for the shape. Number 14 here. What is the measure of one angle in a regular 16gon? Well, now we're going to take 16, subtract 2 from it. Going to multiply it by 180. And that would give us the sum of all the angles. And then we're going to divide it by the number of sides, or the number of angles, which is 16. And that'll give us each angle. So take 14 times 180. You get the 2520 again and divide it by 16. And that's 157.5. So each angle would be equal to 157.5 degrees. All right, and we've got here angle 2 equals 3x minus 30. And angle 4 that equals 2x minus 11. And you need to find the measure of angle 1. All right, so opposite angles are equal to each other. So 3x minus 30 is equal to 2x minus 11. If you add 30 to each side, and subtract 2x from each side, on the left-hand side, you get x, and on the right-hand side, you get negative 11 plus 30, that's 29. So if x equals 29, we got to go back up here, and we got to do 2 times 29 minus 11. The parentheses go right here. Sorry about that. The 2 times 29 minus 11. That's 58 minus 11. 47 degrees. So this angle equals 47 degrees. This angle 4, and so does angle 2. So angle 1 equals 180 minus the 47. So angle 1 is equal to 133.